Okay, Assalamualaikum and a good day to all of you. This is actually a revision, you can say an archive in the form of a recording for what we did last in the couple of days this week, right? We produced eventually a graph, a line graph to be more precise, comparing between house prices or house index and share index, which is important for investors, for instance, when they want to see the trend and perhaps to make a decision on whether or not, or on whether it is more worth it to invest in house property, as in property market or in the share market. Okay, in general, of course, I think in real life, people can invest in both at the same time. They are not mutually exclusive. And also the data that we are going to use are the data that are, they are real data, yeah, taken from real website, relevant to the information that we are looking for lah. For instance, you can see on the screen right now, there are 3 files and all of these have been uploaded on your Google Classroom, yeah. The historic FTSE index values, pre-2005 stock market information, and the house and share price analysis for the last 60 years. Okay, so to begin with, I'm going to click on the file number 5 here, house and share price. We are going to start with that, and I'm going to cover, let's consider this part 1 of the recording, and then we do the second one, or the second part, for your reference lah after this. So first thing first, there are many sheets or tabs here, kan? You will just, we are only concerned with the first tab, which is your UKHP and your house price since 1952. So what we will do is quite simple. You will have to highlight on the first 2 columns, A and B. Okay, meaning you click on the mouse, left click on the mouse, and then drag A, B again. Let me try one more time. A, B, like that. And then you right click, you copy, create a new sheet. Yeah, like that. And right click in on the new sheet, right click and paste values. Yeah, remember there are many options to paste, but we are using now paste values only. Okay, the one with the number 1 to 3. So you will have this. Okay, now after you have this, these are actually the house index, yeah, for UK, in UK, United Kingdom, and we have 4 figures for every year. Okay, not all are like 1952 only have 1 figure. However, we don't want 4 figures. You only want 1 figure. Why? Because if you can imagine 3 columns, yeah. Number 1, the year itself. Number 2, what is the market price? It's actually market index, but to make it simple so that you understand it better, I guess, I will call it price. Okay, market price. Okay, the year, market price, and share price. So let's say 2022. What is the market price? What is the share price? So there are these 3 things. It's not the figure in a year per se, but you want to see the trend, whether it goes up or down and things like that. So I hope you guys understand. Having said that, what we will do now is we will remove these areas that we don't need. So I'm going to left click on row number 1, drag it down until number 5. Okay, like I told you in the class, if I click the delete, if I hit the delete button, like that, the one that I have highlighted will not have any input inside it any longer. Okay, but that's not what I want to do. So I'm going to Control Z, I'm going to undo. Rather than hitting the delete button, I'm going to click right click on my mouse and then delete. What it will do, it will be different. It will delete the entire row. Can you see? I repeat, yeah. Right click and then click on delete. The entire thing will be gone. And you have 2 spaces here, 2 cells remaining for you to write the name of the column, the header scan. So this is going to be the year, and this is going to be the market price or market index. Okay. All right. So to end this first part, which is very easy, Yeah, like I said, I have, let's see, for instance, if you, let me zoom in. So you can see for 1953, the year 1953, you have got the 1, 2, 3, and 4, and I don't need 4 figures for that. I only need 1 figure for the year to represent the year. Okay, and I can do many things like I can like look for the average. You have quarter 1, 2, 3, and 4. I can try to average out the 4 quarters, but I don't want to do that. Okay, let's assume that I only want to take quarter 4 for each year as the representative of the figure for the year. Okay, so from there we know that there is something that we can do here, which is called filtering. And filtering is something that you can do automatically if you create a table. There are 2 ways at least to create a table. Either you click on one of the cells on the table, anywhere on the table, and then you click on Control, hold it, and T. Control plus T, kan? Control T lah, Control and T. So it will become like that. I click OK. You can even name the table. Okay. If I undo, I can do this in one more way, which is I go to the toolbar on top here, click on Insert, and then click on the table. Same thing. Okay, so from here, you know that you have a beautiful table lah, and you can change the design lah. This one. Okay, if you click on the table, you have on top here table design. You can change the color. You can play around with that. Okay, I think blue looks nice to me. It looks professional, so I'm gonna pick that. And you can see on the headers, kan, tajuk to the column. Column, remember, yeah, column means from top to bottom. Row means from left to the right or right to the left. Doesn't matter. Okay. Now the headers says the year and the market index. So you can actually filter. Let's say you only want to see the data from quarter 1 1953. So you will have only that lah. Can, but like I said just now, this is not what we want to do. What we want to do is that we want to have for every quarter, for every year, tahun ni kan, the year that we have here, we only need the figure for quarter 4. So I can do that like manually. So you know, like quarter 1, okay, I don't want that. Then quarter 1 1955, I don't want that. I'm going to untick everything except the one that has quarter 4 in it. Right? Oh, as you can see, this is actually already arranged according to the alphabetical order, kan? So quarter 4 are those below lah. But you don't want to do it manually. Okay, so how to do this quickly? When you want to filter, there is one more feature, which is, again, when you click on here and then the drop down button there, I think that's what we call it. You go to text filters, and then you will have some options there. You go to the right and click on begins with, because you have Q4 1954, Q4 1955, Q4. There are many years there, right? And we need the years, except that we only want quarter 4. So we want a unique data that begins with quarter 4. And as we have tested this in the class, it doesn't matter whether you put it a small q or large q. It is not, what do we call it? I don't know. It is not sensitive to the. It's not sensitive to whether or not your letter is small letter or capital letter. Meaning it doesn't care. Yeah. So if I click OK, ta-da! You will see that you only have the data for quarter 4. Meaning you have the years, kan, 52, 53, 54, and so on, but only quarter 4, which will represent the year. And then, more importantly, you have the market index for that particular year. Only one quarter. If you want to pick quarter 2, for instance, actually it's not totally up to you. Imagine this is in a working place. You have to decide on your own, or your boss will tell you what to do. When he said quarter 4, then you choose quarter 4. When he said quarter 2, or when you want to do quarter 2, then you pick quarter 2. The point here is that you know what you want, and then you know how to get that. Okay, that's what we are doing right now. Okay, so basically this is the first part of the task that we have been doing in the class. Thank you, everyone. I'm gonna continue with the second part, which is more complicated. So I hope you, you can slowly follow it, and you can pause the video and follow me one by one. Thank you.